at one point about 12 years ago, my doctor at the VA hospital looked me dead in the face and said, "Listen, son, you need to either figure your stuff out or get your affairs in order because you're 1 foot in the grave."
Oh my God.
I was almost 100 pounds heavier. I had fatty liver disease, high cholesterol, like all kinds of stuff that I was dealing with. And it was because of my diet. And it was because of the sedentary being
Yeah.
around alcohol and, just all of the kind of things that were going on with the lifestyle I was in. And so I made a decision back in 2013, 2014 that I'm like, I'm going to change this. I'm not going to go out like this. And so I figured it out. And it was hard. It was a hard.
How did you get that motivation to change your lifestyle? Because a lot of people say, I'm going to do this, but tomorrow, 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 and tomorrow never comes. How did you do it?
I paid somebody $400 for a 6-week course that was like a boot camp, and I let
Hmm.
them kick my butt. And I
So it
I
was really a
tried
boot
chicken
camp.
breast, and I just had it was gross, and I hated it, and I was dousing everything with hot sauce, and it sucked. It was not fun for me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's
But look at where it got you
Yeah, that
now.
was my first 30 pounds. So 6 weeks, I'm dropping 30 pounds. I'm like, this is, I felt like I had traction. And so I kept it going and I kept a healthy diet and I kept, and I just figured it out. And it took me about a year to come around to the point where I'm happy with where I'm at. And that's when I started looking around and realizing that some of my friends didn't have the advantages I had. Some didn't have a car. Some didn't have teeth. Some didn't have a functional kitchen. Some didn't know what they were doing. And they just never, like me, they'd never cooked before. And some people were afraid of food. I talked to a 65-year-old guy one time who was terrified of food because everybody had always told him that if you make it wrong, you make yourself sick. And he just decided
Oh
to
my
let the
God.
pros handle it. And so he went to restaurants every single day. And so
Oh,
he had cholesterol and diabetes, and he was dealing with all kinds of stuff. And that was one of the focus group members that I met in Reno when we were putting together the situation of like how do we solve these challenges. It's just there's so many different reasons why people are food insecure. There's so many different reasons why people have a poor relationship with food. I don't know if you've ever heard, but like some urban kids in America don't even know where food comes from. They think it comes from the supermarket, and they have no understanding of like where the farm is or even how our food is grown.